First of all, I think you are a genuinely good person, and I don't want you to think I hate you. I don't care what you think of me. I don't care what anybody thinks of me, Sean. I don't like people. Why? Because people have shit opinions like you have. You're shitting on a 4-day work week, and now you're strawmanning the shit out of it. And me too. So no, I don't give a fuck what you think. Also, because I'm responding to this as I watch, I explain my reasoning as to why it will negatively affect the economy. And I asked you how you know it will. How can you know? It hasn't been put into effect yet. It hasn't been implemented. You can't know anything. All you can do is make predictions, but you're not doing that. You're saying what will happen. You don't know shit. Neither do I. It might not work. But as I mentioned in my video, I'm all about economic trial and error, and this would count as trial and error. It's not going to solve any problems, but well, I mean, in terms of capitalism, what is, it will, but not in terms of how my ideas, which is improving the workplace and sorting the economy out. But anyway, as to why it will negatively affect the economy, in the second paragraph of my comment, if you're going to make a video, you should read my, all you've done here is ignore what I said in my video. And you've not only that, but you've added to it. Next, I think you misunderstood my point about giving the homeless a home. That was just to point out the similarity between the naivety of fixing homelessness by giving them homes and naivety that giving them everybody a 4-day workday would improve people's lives by giving them more time. And I've already told you that homelessness has nothing to do with anything. As I've already explained to you, that the way to solve homelessness would be to take them in, develop government agencies all over the country, and take these people in to find out what the hell. But you ignored that. Now you're calling me naive. I never said anything about. You're the one who brought homelessness up. And nobody brought up homelessness. Only you did. Homelessness has nothing to do with this 4-day work week. The intent of the purpose of the 4-day work week is to for a bit of relief. That's all it's about. For people who do work, of course. Well, as people have mentioned over the years, some people who are employed are homeless. But the purpose of this is not to address that homelessness. Giving them more free. So you understand this, but yet you're going on about homelessness, and now you're going on about where do you say it here? Running out of money because by spending on frivolous items and fueling their drug addictions instead of managing the money responsibility. You're going on about irresponsible spending and addictions now. That has nothing to do with anything. In fact, I even said in my video that. Well, yes, I mean, I did say that it will. I mean, you're making shit up. I said that the bit of time they're giving, the relief that they'll be getting from this 4-day work week will make them spend more money. But you're going on about, you're just strawmanning everything. Nobody said anything about, I mean, it has nothing to do with that. If people are spending their money on drugs and becoming addicted to the drugs, that's an entirely different issue. And if people are spending on stupid shit, that's another entirely different issue. Neither of them have anything to do with being unemployed for less time. So, they are both naive because it misses the root cause of the matter. What is the root cause? What matter? What are you talking about? What matter are you referring to, and what's the root of that matter? Root cause of that matter. What are you talking about? The homelessness? Nobody said anything about homelessness. You did, and you're just making assumptions based on nothing. Your entire position is baseless. I don't even know what to say. They're not predictions. Likewise, the root cause of people not having as much free time as a result of poor economy. Okay, so why is the economy poor then? Are you looking into that? I mean, I also mentioned in my video that you aren't, instead of shitting on the 4-day work week, You're not coming up with ideas of your own. Now, I have my own ideas, which I did explain in my video, but that's what makes me politically independent, because nobody else is thinking of what I'm thinking, and all you're doing is strawmanning the shit out of everything I say about the 4-day work week. And simply proving the economy would improve people's ability to have free time, which they can earn more in less time while still abiding the laws of economics. You don't even know what you're talking about. As to how I know the effects will be before we try it, well, ultimately I don't. So why are you yapping then? You said nothing. You've made assumptions about the 4-day work week. You don't even know. I mean, let them try it. Well, you're not stopping it, but I mean, you're arguing with it, against it, because you're a moron. You're ignorant. Just like the people that engineered the rockets that shot men to the moon didn't know either. What didn't they know? What are you talking about? What? You don't even explain what this has to do with the 4-day work week. Admittedly, I don't have the math to back this up. You don't have anything to back it up. Otherwise, you didn't even try. All you're doing is digging yourself deeper into the hole by bringing drug addictions into it, along with stupid spending. Nothing. Well, I didn't go into that far depth in my YouTube comment on I watched 4 minutes of it. Yeah, well, I don't expect anything of you, and I didn't expect anything from you in this response, and I don't expect anything from you after this video. What am I doing? I'm just fucking with you. Because I know you're full of shit. You're just an asshole conservative. You're a sociopath. You're not interested in solving problems. You're interested in creating problems and then shitting on everything the Democrats do. That's what Marjorie Greene does. That's what everybody does. It's a conservative thing. Pick on the fucking Democrats. You're nothing. Conservatism is the antithesis to the already shit show that politics is. Because you want minimized government. You want deregulation for corporations. Somehow those guys are better authorities. Not that I'm not an authoritarian, but that doesn't matter, because that's what the world is. It's authoritarian. Okay, again, there's some basic economic books out there, or even some videos on YouTube that can explain the basic concepts so that you can see the reasoning is not baseless. What? If the 4-day work week is a bad move, then let it speak for itself, and then discard it and try something else. It doesn't require reading any kind of economics book. And I would ask you what books you would even recommend, but I don't fucking trust you. So to say this to in defense of your own bullshit, useless. It's not down to a science, granted, but it's certainly not baseless. What isn't baseless? I don't even know what you're talking about here. The rockets? What? You're just nowhere here. I do not understand what you mean by robbing consumers through inflated prices. Well, okay, yeah, what part of that don't you understand? Inflation is the increase in product prices through for whatever reason, and usually as a response or a result as of scarcity of a given any given product, which is not a valid reason to raise the price. I mean, most of you guys talk like it's a natural occurrence, when no, it's somebody decides on that price. Now, if people had to work harder to achieve certain parts in the process of production of a product, okay, that wouldn't be inflation though. That's an actual factor in determining the price of whatever product. And if something becomes more difficult, well, then that would increase the price of a service, wouldn't it? Because a service is not a product. It involves products, sure, that's another thing. But you're talking about, I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even know what inflation has to do with a 4-day work week. You didn't explain that one. You're just attacking my... You're going completely off tangent here. You're the one that brought up inflation, but you're trying to break down what I said about inflation. So again, you're just nothing. You were using a decreased work week to justify theft. Okay, that's what I said, but nothing. I'm not using a decreased work week. You are. I'm not using anything. You're the one arguing against it. I'm just... I gave my thoughts about a Fox panelist, or panel of people, conservative nutcases like yourself. That's all I did. I didn't say anything. So I don't understand how I'm using your arguments to justify theft. Did I say you were trying to justify theft? Is that what I said? I said you're using inflation, which I said is economic theft, to argue against this 4-day work week. That's what you're fucking doing here. A complete and total fucking straw man. If you think that inflated prices is theft, then you've lost me because... Okay, yeah, okay. Then you've lost me because you don't understand the basics of economics, because inflation affects everybody, including the business. Because inflation affects everybody. When did I say inflation doesn't affect anybody? When did I say anything about inflation? Oh, what the fuck? Another straw man. No, companies do not control inflation. It is largely uncontrollable. What do you mean it's uncontrollable? How is it what do you mean by that? Companies don't... Okay, what does then? What or who controls inflation? How does scarcity of a product validate inflation, Sean? Explain that one to me. Is raising a price going to suddenly magically cause more of a product to just happen? Is it going to magically make the product more available? Is it going to create more of that product? No? Well then what the fuck is... What's the point? Why raise the price of a product if that inflation isn't going to magically create more of that product and solve the scarcity problem, which is what the company is using to raise the price as an excuse to raise the price? Nothing. I love how you say if people are working less, that just means hire more people. If the company can't do that, then that's their fucking problem. Well, you see, it's now everybody's problem, because when you force businesses to go out of business, it affects the entire economy. Okay, what does the 4-week work week have to do with a business going out of business? What does that have to do with anything? I mean, we haven't even implemented this, and you don't even know that's going to happen. You're just making assumptions to shoot this idea down. That's all you've done here. Yes, it would affect the entire economy, but you're trying to pin that on the 4-day work weekend, or 4-day work week. And yes, that means it affects you. You're the one to say. You're the one. I didn't say anything about. You did. I might agree that people have the right to have time to themselves, but they're still not entitled to free money. Who said they were? Who said they were, Sean? Or who said they are? Tell me. I didn't say that. I mean, if you're referring to the fact that they get paid while off, I would disagree with that aspect of it. But you're just shitting. You're trying to go out of your way, think of whatever you can think of to shoot this idea down. You're not If that's the part that you have a problem with, then tackle that part, that aspect of it. How they exercise their right to free time is on them. Who said anything about how they exercise? You're the one that's against it. You're the one that's opposed to this for no good reason. If they want to work less, then work less. Nobody's stopping them. You're trying to. Okay, yes. As you can see, if you read a bit further, that I understand that a pay rate was forced to be the same as a 5-day work. What? As you can see, if you read a bit further, that I understand that pay rate was forced to be the same as. How did they lose their job? Well, what are you talking about? I'll just let you explain it. If people are working less, that means hire more people. What does working less have to do with work? How does that equate to job loss? What are you talking about? You're trying to use my words when I didn't even say anything about job loss. What are you talking about, Sean? How did they lose their job? And you said I'll let you explain. You yourself explain it. If people are working less, that means just hire more people. What does that have to? Who lost their job? Who did I say lost their job? Where in here did I even say job loss? Sean, I said working less. Are you able to tie your shoes up when you go outside? Are you able to put your clothes on? Are you able to shower? Do you know enough to go to bed when you want? What? What the fuck? And I'll fix it for you here. If the company can't do that, then they either fire some workers or go out of. What are you talking about? Who is saying anything about going out of business? What does going out of business have to do with working less? If they go out of business, then why did they go out of business? Maybe that was, I don't know. Either way you lose. You're the one talking about job loss, though. I'm not. I didn't say anything about that. That was your argument. A straw man is when I set up an argument against a point that you didn't come up with. Yeah, and I didn't say anything about homelessness. I didn't say anything about inflation. I didn't say anything about drug addiction. I didn't say anything about stupid spending. And I also didn't say anything about job loss. You did. All of those is on you. So if none of those are straw mans, what are they? And who brought them up? I didn't. I don't think the panel on the Fox News did either. Wow. Oh, dude. You're insane. I didn't do that. Yes, you did. Okay, if you didn't bring any of those points up, then who did? And why did they? If the people at the Fox News did, then they're the ones guilty of the straw man. Then you're perpetuating them. I'm giving you my reasoning for why it will hurt the economy. And how can you know it hasn't been implemented yet? You're not even giving it a chance. You're saying, 4-day work week. No. They can't work. Because I said it can't. Because reasons. That's what this whole thing is. And you just keep adding to that list with every reply. In an effort to try and debunk me or whatever the fuck you're trying to do. And in the end, give people more free time than they had before. Even if it does happen, why does it happen? Well, I just explained to you, and honestly, you didn't even finish my sentence before. You don't know what you're talking about. And you don't. And you know what's scary about that? Look at how much is left here. I have to go through this because you're a psycho. Well, I'm not going to go through it all. Okay, now where was I? Yeah. You know what's baseless? Your reasoning. Okay, yeah. Oh, wait. Your reasoning for why forcing a 4-day work week down everybody's throat will help the economy. Who was forcing it down anybody's throat? That's another straw man. What's non-existent? Your videos are getting maybe tens of views. So? My videos are not for entertainment. I don't push I'm not doing this for views. My channel is about addressing Christianity and conservatives now. Mostly Christians. I don't think moving to Odyssey or doing both at the same time or... Oh, Odyssey you're talking about. Well, you're the one that's recommended. I said you're the one who complained about we're talking about a YouTube glitch here, not my views. That's what you said. You said that your view... It says two replies or something, but yours didn't show up. Which I've experienced myself. But that's a YouTube thing. What does that have to do with my views? What are you... You're insane. I think I'll leave it at that. Yeah, you're fucking nuts.